we gather in the cosmos bright. Stars and ships take flight tonight, in the void where dreams do play. Soul citizens lead the way. Borders fade in nebula's light. Unknown worlds will chart tonight. Through the galaxy we soar. Endless journeys at our core. Borders fade in nebula's light. Unknown worlds will chart tonight. Through the galaxy we soar. Endless journeys at our core. Starry roads in endless skies. Soul citizens we rise. Charting courses never lost. Together the verses crossed. Squadrons call on the horizon. Battles fought, our hearts aren't frightened. In our ships we face the dawn. Soul citizens carry on. Oh, planets spin and light years fly. Boundless space where hopes reside. Brotherhood in every star. Soul citizens, here we are. Borders fade in nebula's light. Unknown worlds will chart tonight. Through the galaxy we soar. Endless journeys at our core. Starry roads in endless skies. Soul citizens we rise. Charting courses never lost. Together the verses crossed.
And greetings and welcome to another episode of Soul Citizen. This is episode 269, and today we're talking about the Apollo has landed. Today is Sunday, September 28th, 2025. And today I'm joined by my co-host yoyoMeg. How are you doing, yoyoMeg?
Doing great. How are you doing, fastcart?
I'm doing well, thank you. But before we get started, we had a big raid from a former guest that we had on Soul Citizen a while ago, Sinful Strife. Hope you had a great 48-hour stream. Thank you for the raid. Welcome, Raiders. Hope you all are doing well. Get some sleep. Get some sleep in. Thank you all for raiding and coming in. Yes, today we're talking about the Apollo has landed. But yeah, tell me about how your week has been going so far, Meg.
Weekend has been going great. Took a trip down to Austin with my wife, and we got to hang out with some new friends over stationery. Got a nail on my tire. Great vibes, but made it home safely last night, and now we're here today, just still hanging out with Sam.
Oh, okay. Well, sorry about to hear. Sorry hearing about the nail in your tire. Nail in your tire. I don't have to worry about that because mine is a solid tire. I don't have air, but you know, some people have threatened to slash my tires. I'm like, go ahead.
Try.
They can try. Charles DCI,
What about you?
thank you for the subscription for 32 months. Appreciate it. Thank you, Charles DCI, and thank you, JT D Son, for the follow. And Monarchy, thank you for the follow. Thank you very much.
Thank y'all.
So, my week, well, I had an episode of Flights of Rhythm that aired on the People's Radio on Friday. So you want to check that out, go to People's Radio. It should be up on Mixcloud soon. Just check their Blue Sky account. It'll let you know when they're up. Hey, Corsair Cowboy. Also, yesterday I was on the popping table. And, you know, causing mayhem, chaos, my normal routine, nothing special there. You know, I think I made more people laugh in my introduction there on the captain table than I think I got the most laughs on the yesterday's show. So be sure to check that out on YouTube when it's out. So you ready to get started, Meg? Or didn't come through? I'm guessing you said yeah, but it didn't come through. All right, so let's get started. We're gonna start with the sneak peek. This week in Star Citizen. We're changing. Griffin has been saying for the past month or so. We're changing the format for Star Citizen. The Sunday show. We start off a bit with the this week in Star Citizen, and then we get into the show's topic. So I forgot to put the subtitles for this one, but this is the sneak peek for this week. They're called Hellish Shoes Approach. Hellish Shoes Approach. So what do you think of that, Meg?
At first, I thought that this was um the Paladin, but I've heard that it is actually something I already have. I'm not sure if it's true or not. But yeah, the paint looks really cool.
What do you think it is? You
It
say
reminds me of the Asgard paint.
the Asgard. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, it could be a ship that we already know is coming out, but it could be just like because we got the Day of Devour coming out, so I'm guessing
Yeah,
that's what the Hellish Shoes is coming out, which is about. But yes, the skin is probably a Day of Devour skin. But yeah, the Asgard seems like a good guess. Space Ghost Prime says it's very Polaris. And yeah, I mean, I think that's a good guess. I remember the one from last week had that soda I think we later on figured out that people were hoping that it was a Titan, but now it seemed like it was just an armor, armor skin or something. But this one seemed like a
mm,
ship skin. So yeah, we got two
yeah,
weeks before CitizenCon. Can you believe that?
yeah. I can't actually. That's so crazy. Are you going to any watch parties?
We're doing one here in Soul Citizen. We're not gonna stream it
Nice.
or anything. We're not streaming,
Yeah,
but we're gonna
hang out.
just get gathered together in Discord and watch it together.
Awesome.
How about you?
I'm gonna be going down to the Austin one. I heard that
Ooh,
we sold out, so
yeah.
it's gonna be pretty big.
And with your luck, you're gonna win something, just like you normal.
uh, would be nice.
Simple Stripe, thank you for the subscription for 3 months. Appreciate it. And CC Creator, thank you for the Prime for Prime sub for 44 month thing. 44-month thing. You like us.
Thank
You
y'all.
really like us. Thank you for that. Oh yeah, so yeah, that is the sneak peek from this week. And then we have this week in Star Citizen. You talk about the kicked off the conclusion with the race for Stanton. We'll get to that in a bit. We got the calm dive. That's on the spectrum. I don't think I put that in. Maybe I should put that in. Okay, I'll open that real quick. Something new. I forgot about that. We'll go over it quickly. We talk about the behind the ship that was last week. I also had Apollo that was last week and this week. We'll get to that in a bit. Virtual Descent, we talked about that last week, and the Star Citizen World Tour. But this week they got the freaking Star Citizen, the roadmap, and get to that in a bit. And the RSI newsletter. We already covered the sneak peek. So I'm gonna scroll down. The MVP for this week was Spirit Breaker from Fatbird. I recommend people go check that out. Matter of fact, let me put the link in chat for y'all so y'all can check that out yourselves later, after the show, not now. And then we got our top images from the community hub. Have you checked these out, Yo?
Yep. Yeah, I have.
You have a favorite?
That one that's showing right now.
The one that's on? Okay, so let's go to that. Number 4. This one is No Distance Too Vast. I didn't put the name of the person, so I forgot to do that. I'm out of practice for Soul Talk. But this is monoblock chair. So No Distance Too Vast. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that. And I just love that skin. I mean,
Yeah.
we'll talk more about it later, but yeah, if I were to get one of the Apollos and get that just for the scan, it would be this one.
Yeah.
Actually, okay, we'll talk more about it in a bit. But that's the first one. This is the second one. This is Molotov SHI Life Force. So this is the new armor that they're selling with the medical armor. I believe that is heavy or medium. I forget. incredibly heavy. So this is done by Andrew MI66. Congratulations to them. And this one is Hurston Dynamics Spider Black Armor Set, 4K. So yeah, this one looks good. I like this one. When a wallpaper like this is it. This is done by Echobit. So congratulations to Echobit. And finally, we have the Geist ASD Edition plus Mirai Guardian Blackout. And this is done by Andrew MI66 again. So MI66 got 2 of them this week. So congratulations to them. Morning, JJ. So yeah,
His stuff is awesome. I see it all the time on Twitter.
Which one?
Andrew.
Andrew, okay, yeah. Yeah, him. I'm trying to get my pronouns correctly. Them and Haskaha, you see them constantly. Yeah, so this is the one you like. And this is the palm dive that I think I forgot to put in. So I'm gonna put the link in chat for people. Have you read this?
I have not.
Let's go through it together for a bit. So if you're new to these posts, welcome. The Star Citizen Calm Dive is a roundup questions from Spectrum that would dig deep into information and provide direct updates from the development team. You can check out our previously published number 1 and number 2 right here on Spectrum. While you may not be able to respond to every comment or thread, rest assured they're always absorbing and sharing this insight internally. This is about VoIP, for the VoIP system update environmentally autos effect and vertical separation improve realism. And they say yes. What are the plans for the operational cost of vehicles? First and foremost, Star Citizen the space game. That's why Star Citizen remain a price and balance is accessible for new pilots with acquisition and operational costs manageable. For ships across the board, operational costs are meant to drive meaningful logistic gameplay. On the subject of torpedoes, they recognize the balance can sometimes feel disconnected from the current state of the universe. Yeah, this is still an alpha, people. This is not beta. This is not, launch. This is still alpha. In many cases, this is because certain systems are awaiting additional work, like insurance, while others, like torpedoes, are balanced ahead of time but keep the gameplay in mind. The aim is to avoid stacking too many major changes into a short window, and patience and ongoing feedback invaluable as we work to bring these systems together in a way that makes sense. And thank you for the subscription to Roster Sign. Appreciate it. Thank you. For some reason, our subscriber goal system isn't going up. I'm pretty sure we got more than 21 by now, but appreciate it. Thank you. So you have any thoughts about that?
Honestly, not really, except for the keeping the starter ships accessible and having the prices be balanced and accessible for new pilots. All that whole line, I honestly forget about that a lot. You definitely can see the price difference in the bigger ships. So that's pretty cool that they have that adjusted and it's not just across the board for like the costs.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's like I said, this is still alpha. There's going to be minimal changes. Some you'll like, some you won't like. More than likely you won't like. Because as the game progresses and develops, some aspect of the game will become harder because it'll be less sim-like and more, well, I don't want to say more real, but they gotta have time sync, they gotta have money sync.
Yep.
And it'll be to the point where you won't spawn with your armor on. The real chance where you just spawn with your outfit down like they did before. So I wouldn't get too attached to that.
Definitely.
Next question is, why did the pilots often open fire on allied ships? This is a known converting bug. Market missions be adjusted to stop automatically revealing our objective markers, allow players to search manually. To encourage exploration and discovery, some mission markers, such as ASD locations, only appear as players approach with the objective. In the future, FPS scanning is implemented. Many markers for items and combatants will be removed entirely, allowing for more manual searching and discovery. How do you feel about that, Meg?
That's gonna be awesome. obviously, I do think for some people, like I wonder if obviously like teach their own on this stuff, but I wonder if there'll be a way to aid players who like after 20 minutes they're like, okay, come on, give me a hint. But yeah, I definitely like not being shown the shortcuts. It's just like playing a new game, but somebody's backseating the whole time, just revealing everything you need to do. Like I like struggling. I like figuring things out, the puzzle of it. Like I didn't look into the PTU stuff whenever the Onyx facilities came out. Like me and my friend just went through that, trying to figure it out without knowing anything, and it was pretty difficult. We were confused, lost for a bit, but it was once we figured out, it was nice. So yeah, that stuff like that's great. But yeah, I am curious how that'll affect other people who don't want that.
Uh, yeah, I'm guessing they'll complain to Reddit and Spectrum.
Yeah. Maybe there'll be like a different mission they take where it's easier and they get paid less.
That'll be a good outcome, but we'll see.
Yeah.
What is the current status of ship modules and modular ship development? As mentioned in the monthly report and starts in the live episode, working the Caterpillar and Ironclad introduced new form of modularity to the command module. This development extends underlying functionality as needed to support module content, laying the groundwork for modular system across multiple ships in the future. Apollo 3, as a matter of fact, also comes with their module, so you can customize your ship even more.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, for a while there, I thought they were going to go get away from modularity and go back to ship variant, but I guess they're bringing back modularity back.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure whether or not it'll be as easy just to click and change modules on your ship when it's in your hangar, when it's stored in your hangar, as opposed to going to some place like Cousin Crows. Because if it stays like this, then when I get my Endeavor and swap out module, this would be great. This would be great, but I don't foresee that happening. But hope for the best, expect the worst, I guess.
Yeah.
Now, what improvements on plan to inventory UI with ergonomic and clarity? They covered this a bit in the monthly report, I think. The inventory refactor is underway, aiming to significantly improve the experience by introducing several key features. I'm going to skip the rest, but I just want to show you all the screenshot that they have here. Yeah, y'all can see that. What do you think? What do you think? Is this an improvement?
I think this is the first time I'm actually looking at this, so not really sure.
It came up like 2 weeks ago.
Looks really noisy. Yeah, it looks really noisy, but it also looks good at the same time. Like I can see personal and then equipment that's on you. I think I like that on the left side. And yeah, I mean it looks like on the right side it matches like the cargo elevator. That probably matches the inventory system we have on the kiosk as well. I don't know why I'm blanking right now, but yeah, I think I like it. I don't know if I see a search. No, there is a search. Yeah, that is honestly all I care about. A search.
Yeah, the search button right here. Oh, you can't see my mouse. You can see it in Discord, but down on the screen. But on the top left of each of the sides, there's a search button. When I first saw this, the first thing I said, I agree with Jay. Wait. Okay, Jay just said it looked cleaner. I disagree when I first saw this. I said it looked cluttered.
It's definitely noisy.
You said it looked busy. What was your word?
Yeah. I think I said noisy, but busy definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, I said cluttered when I first saw it. I'm like, yeah. But I mean, if this is the way they're going to go, I guess I can get used to it. It's a lot. It's a lot. Oh yeah, so look forward to that, folks. That's coming to a game client near you soon, TM. They're planning to push out hangars that explains include separate rooms for trophies and living spaces. We do plan to give you the ability to customize your space. Let that go right there. So they want to give us the ability to customize our space. The improvement to come into ship light. All ships and ground vehicles share a common set of headlight parameters to maintain consistency. These settings balance artistic considerations, avoiding overly bright headlights to watch out visual with
Mm.
gameplay needs and providing visibility at speed. Long term, we plan to introduce light amplification functionality to improve visibility. So yeah, do you have a problem with lights in the game?
Yeah, I mean, I think that there are definitely. I think it makes sense for like smaller ships to have like smaller lights, and then it grows, and then certain types of ships should have bigger range of their
Hmm.
lights, like a vulture trying to salvage, or like maybe a mining ship or an ambulance. Like I think those should have like even the Cuddy with like its spotlight. I don't know. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, I don't know what the light amplification does. That mean like you will get the ability to change the brightness lights yourself?
I don't think so. I think they're just going to adjust it to different ships or different ship
Yeah,
classes. I'm not sure. We'll
yeah.
have
I
to
hope
see.
they do that, because
Yeah.
yeah, I definitely think there are some ships that the lighting just doesn't sense.
Like,
Same like the
did
SRB.
you just say doo doo?
I did
Come
say
on
doo
now.
doo. I'll say
This
it
is not
again.
that kind of stream. No, I'm kidding. No one banned me. No one banned me. For me, I don't have an issue with the lights so much as visibility or like snow and fog and clouds in some areas.
Mhm.
That's my biggest issue.
I mean, windshield wipers.
Exactly.
It's a real priority.
What is the current status for implementing ship armor system? Ship armor system is in phases. Initially, a temporary stage. Temporary system will launch with engineering gameplay, providing protection to ship components as armor health reach zero. Those components will become more vulnerable. Later, this will replace with the maelstrom system, which will use the ship hull as material armor to protect both ship and its components. Medic Citizen. Why? Why Medic Citizen? But yeah, so are you looking forward to the armor changes, Meg?
I am. I am. Yeah. I think it's gonna suck just as equally as it's gonna be great, because there are ships that. Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
so
oh my
so
gosh.
what you're
Like,
saying? It's gonna suck and blow?
yeah. At the same time.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Good to know. Yeah, I agree. Griffin gonna hate that
It
one.
is that kind of stream.
Improvement plan for ASOP terminals filters, allowing to sorting by ship
Yes.
pledge. Oh yes, please. Yes, improvement to ASOP terminals are planned. Yes, thank you. You get that in the game soon, please.
And for the
Oh,
whales, another search.
oh my God, yes. Not just whales, but people who've been around for a long time too. Like if you've been around since 2014, you got a lot of crap. What steps are being taken to improve in-game chat moderation, filtering, and customization options? We are working to bring in-game chat moderation and customization closer to standard seen in other MMOs. So there you go. And that
Beautiful.
is the time drive for September 16th. All right, so we already covered these. Those are the MVPs for this week. Person Dynamic triumphed in the race for Stanton. This concluded on Monday. So if you didn't do all your corporations by Monday, you're out of luck. You have plenty of times too. So yes, Person Dynamic is the official um champion for the race for Stanton. What do you think about that, Meg?
Yeah. For some reason, I can't read this because it doesn't say Crusader. I don't know what this says. I refuse to read it.
You refuse to read it?
Not. I think it was fun. Obviously, like doing any of this stuff in alpha is gonna be somewhat annoying because you know things don't work all the time, and so I think that was some people's arguments and like frustrations with Hurston winning. But I don't know. I feel like the planet that won for. I don't know. I
I
don't think
mean,
it was because of bugginess. I
they
think,
had the coolest skin. I mean, you
yeah,
can't
like
argue with
I
that.
agree. I
They
agree.
had the
Like
coolest
people love the
skin.
color.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, I think it's really cool that they're doing. I always enjoy when the reward is something that you can use in game. Obviously, like it being account bound is fire, but not giving us something that's like, here's a certificate for you to use if you buy a ship to upgrade to this ship. Like, I don't want to spend real money playing the game. Like, I want my in-game rewards. So, and on top of that, having some lore, like Hurston now owning the jump gate, that's pretty neat. And then having the discount. So that I hope they do more stuff like that. Seeing a
I
live
mean,
tracker was
yeah,
amazing too.
yeah. I mean, in lore, I would prefer for Crusader or
Mm,
Microtech to win, but
hmm
the skin just didn't do it for me. I'm sorry. Who said it? The president said, "You people had no morals for helping Hurston win." It's not that I have morals; I have fashion taste. I have shit taste. Okay, black and gold suit my taste. That's all I gotta say. And well, that's not all I gotta say. I got much more to say. Thank you for people who are battling it out with the joke band. I appreciate y'all. Oh, here are the rewards. In Alpha 431, players who reach tier 5 in the winning faction, tier 5, the highest tier in the race for Stanton, and the quest to assist the Mega Corporation will receive the Strider Hurston Black Armor with the HD logo. In future Force Update 432, Hurston Dynamics will also take ownership what Meg was just talking about, of the Power Gateway Station and the stand system with decorations and ownership visually represented on and in the jump point station. Additionally, all players will also receive a 5% discount on all product system items sold in Global's Landing Zone, Low Orbit Station Everest Harbor, and its newly acquired jump point station. Louisville does sell some stuff, so a 5%
Yeah, it
discount.
does.
Yeah, they did. I think New Babbitt sells the least, in my opinion, as far as I know. So in that aspect, okay, that's fine. But yeah,
Yeah, I think in general, like, I mean, they do sell like a lot of ships. That's probably the biggest thing. But yeah, things are so scattered these days that
hmm
I honestly didn't really care who won. I think it's great that the discount will also be at the jump point
yeah,
station.
I agree.
I didn't know it was going to be at that.
All right, so that's it for the Houston Dynamics triumph of the race of Stanton. Next, we had the roadmap roundup for September 24th, 11 p.m. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Every Tuesday, I have a accompanying roadmap update. I know I keep repeating stuff everyone knows, but there's always someone first time hearing this stuff, so
Yeah.
I gotta go over it for everyone. Just a reminder, the 1.0 column showcases featured content plan for inclusion of Star Citizen in and before Star Citizen 1.0. This means you may not have to wait for 1.0 release to feature them. So notable changes September 24th. Armor and ballistic damage update, reviewing all the ship ballistic weapon to improve the overall effectiveness. This card has been set to release. Are you a ballistic person or are you more energy?
Both. I think
So
ballistics are awesome, but sometimes I get too annoyed with changing it.
I am
Sorry,
more
sorry.
energy
Like,
because I'm always worried about running out of ammo.
yeah, definitely.
I'm always worried about. I know they do my damage and they have their place, but I mean, maybe it depends on the fight. Maybe I just haven't been on a fight that I would consider worth for me to having a ballistic setup. But
hmm
I'm always energy, always.
Yeah.
Missile damage radius update, adjusting the missile exploding radii of all missiles from size 1 to size 7 for the overall effectiveness. This card has been set to
Mm.
release. You use missiles?
Yeah.
You know? I gotta get back
Yep.
into using them. I like
I'm,
I used them when I first started in the Arena Commander and
yeah.
stuff like that, but I've gone away from them. I gotta get back into using them.
I was
Well,
one of the Firebird nerds
the what?
going stealth. One of the Firebird nerds
Oh,
going
okay,
stealth and missile launching people
okay.
and just
Uh,
waiting for them to try to find me.
is the I can't think of the one. I can't think of the one. What the missile that explodes into multiple missiles?
Oh, Rattlers.
I,
Rattlers,
I,
I think.
do people still use those
Yes,
Yeah.
I know of people. If not a lot of people, I do know of at least some people. Just
Okay.
because they love seeing like that chaos.
Rattlers, yeah. 432, new event. A new event in 432 for the Fight for Power storyline. This card has been set to tentative. Klaus and
Ooh.
Warner laser repeater art refactor. Updating Klaus and Warner laser repeaters. Start dial for geometry size 1, 2, and 3. This card has been set to tentative. The new Riccolo offering, 432, adding multiple new ships and vehicles to the ever-expanding Riccolo Emporium, Crusader A2 Hercules, Crusader Ares, and
Hmm.
Starfighter Inferno and Ion, a superior power utility with upgraded components and a unique base livery. These rewards will unlock by completing Riccolo's contract. This card has been set to tentative. So what do you think about those so far?
That's awesome. Hope they keep adding more shit.
Heavy battle tech armor. Yeah, I think this is the thing they had in the sneak peek a couple of weeks ago. Adding new heavy battle tech armor. This card has been set to tentative. Yeah, people are looking forward to that. New hairstyles. Woohoo! Adding 2 new hairstyles. This card has been set to tentative. Yeah, we could always use some more hairstyles, right, Meg?
Mm, I think I saw what they are, and the answer is yes. We could still use more.
Okay. Are you a heavy battle? Are you a heavy armor or medium or light?
Honestly, I like going heavy. I don't really feel like the speed difference is that deep, so I just go heavy.
Hmm. I tend to go heavy too, but yeah, definitely not light. Medium or heavy, I would prefer.
Yeah, medium or heavy for sure.
AI FPS turret, we talked about that before, adding anti-personnel turrets for players to avoid or destroy, providing additional PvE challenges. This card has been set to tentative. Mission pickup on location. There will be new missions to be discovered and added in the journal when you approach or enter a designated area. This card has been set to
Yeah,
tentative.
that's cool. I know
Uh,
they kind of have that now with um the Onyx facilities. Like if you go to the moon, then you'll get missions for that moon.
mm,
Um so yeah, I hope they add more stuff like that's cool.
yeah. And the progress tracker, we've updated a few deliverables in the progress tracker. You can review below. Excuse me, sorry about that. Just a reminder, when progress is undeliverable, it was marked incomplete. It doesn't necessarily mean they're ready for release. It may still require downstream support, transition to a different team, or further work, or additional steps for completion. Let me put this link in chat real quick. Crafting, engineering, FPS, and radar scanning, inventory work, transport refactor, command module. You think we're gonna get any of these before the end of the year?
I don't know. I'm gonna go with a nice maybe.
Yeah. Not crafting. Maybe engine. Well, maybe not. Maybe
Man,
engine. I don't know. No, I'm gonna say no for engineering. Inventory rework,
maybe that's
maybe.
yeah. I hope they talk about that at CitizenCon,
Yeah,
crafting
we
and
probably
I don't
will.
know, base
Yeah,
building.
we probably will. All
Yeah.
right, so we got a few more for this week in Star Citizen. This is the Spectrum version. They didn't add a developer reply, so just the same thing as we just read on the Comlink article. Oh yes, one of the big news this week, and we got another one after this one. Finite Solutions, uh, Cloud Imperium Games screening room. Finite Solutions. I'll put the link in chat for people, but people may or may not have heard. Finite Solution did a screening room for CIG. Have you heard about this?
No.
No. So creating the perfect game screening room. Cloud Imperium Games pioneering the famous, yeah, the triple A rated game. This is just a background on who they are, who Cloud Imperium Games are. They provided a technical solution, so providing a screening room with not advanced, but maybe state of the art stuff.
Hmm.
Calibration and customization. So they have touchscreen that they want to preview so people can see and how they look on a screen, so people can talk about it in meetings and stuff like that. So we want to be
Yeah.
calibrated to look proper and good. And this is just a recommendation from Jared Huckabee. Read more testimonials, and they have an image gallery. A lot of people are pointing out that there's a PlayStation in one of these shots. I think it's in this. Oh yeah, I think it's right there. Oh, you can't see my mouse again, but it's in the middle of the shot right there. I haven't gone through these really. Oh, okay, you got to drag it. So that's it had like 18 people. So not many people, but it's mostly like, it's Chris Roberts and the head and stuff like that, or whoever department is in that is working on whatever. And they got the command room, they got speakers, they got equipment. So yeah, this is pretty cool. Matter of fact, they put a video out, so let's watch the video. Let me turn on the volume because I think it's pretty loud. There you go. So this is 5 minutes. So here we go.
Hi, my name's Amin Shafi. I'm Self-Director for Finite Solutions in the Northwest. Finite is a home automation company. We've been operating for about 22 years, and we do everything from home cinema, lighting, music, security, control, to all aspects of technology for residential space and also commercial. So today we're at Cloud Imperium Games, a gaming company with their new head offices based in Manchester. So brief from the client was initially to provide a cinema room, but that quite quickly developed to review for audio, for video, and then also to host meetings as a conference room as well. Because this room is not just your standard cinema, we started with M&K speakers. For us, it was an obvious choice. M&K have got a history and pedigree of working in both post-production suites as well as working in home cinema. So the base layer is all 300 series speakers with 95s in the ceiling, and then we've got 4 X15 plus subwoofers to provide ample bass for the room. M&K have been brilliant. It drives all day, every day, really well, and that coupled with the Trinov processing amplification, it's a really nice balanced sound. We've worked quite closely with Christie on the projection options for this room. We were able to get the clients down to Christie's head offices and show them the full range of what Christie could offer, which really blew them away. We were then able to work with Christie to provide an on-site demonstration, which was a really powerful tool to help them be assured that the money was being well spent and the product specified was going to deliver what they wanted. So it's been really, really nice working with Cloud Imperium. We've learned a lot about their business as we work together closely. We've built a really strong relationships. We've consulted in other parts of their offices as well. And as they expand, we look forward to working with them in the future as well.
My name is Jared Huckabee. I'm the content director for Cloud Imperium Games. So Cloud Imperium Games is an independent video game developer founded by Chris Roberts, a legend in the video game industry. We are the creators of 2 AAA video games, Star Citizen and Squadron 42. One is an enormous MMO of hundreds and thousands of players, and the other one is a fully interactive, cinematic, first-person narrative experience. So coming out of the pandemic, it was really important to bring everybody back together. So it was really important that when we came back from the pandemic, we came to a location that folks would want to return to. Around every corner, you feel like you're in a place that appreciates the very best and strives for the very best in all things. We wanted to build the ultimate review experience. So what was really important for us is that not just any like home cinema would do. We have to review in multiple color spaces. We have to review in multiple aspect ratios. Stereo to standard 5.1 to DTS to Dolby Atmos, whatever. We have to be able to switch on the fly between all of these different review specs. So we needed a room that could not only do that, but could be operated by a studio full of 500, 600 people. So we originally started with a JVC projector, but as the project began to move into higher technical realms requiring HDR and greater color spaces, we needed something that would push the boundaries of color replication. The best answer we found by far was when we visited Christie, and they put on a demonstration for us that just absolutely wowed us, and we knew instantly, like, this is the answer we were looking for. So the support with Finite has been fantastic, whether it's through email, whether it's through text, whether it's through, hey, I'm just in the neighborhood, I could swing by and take a look at this kind of thing. They're always quick to respond. I appreciate just being able to speak candidly about what our issue is and what we think it is and how we're going to go about fixing it. They come in very often because we are such a turnkey thing. We have a lot of interesting problems that wouldn't affect the normal cinema experience, and they're always game to help us figure out what the issue is and resolve it as immediately as possible. So the question is, would I recommend Finite to anybody else? Absolutely. If you were just building a cinema experience, if you just wanted to exhibit movies, the room is amazing. It's amazing. We have a lovely boutique theater down the street, and I'll often just come in here. For a game studio, they really worked with us over the course of what's now been almost 3 years to really dial in this room, and they've been absolutely fantastic in helping us achieve that.
But that is that. So, Meg, quick question for you. They spend all this money and no cup holders?
I know.
What's up with that? What's up with that?
Maybe they just don't want to ruin the carpet.
Oh, that's what it is. Because we know it make a mess wherever we go.
Yeah.
No eating in the screening room.
No.
But yes, that is the video there, and there is some controversy with that. So why are they spending this money on a screening room? Why do they spend money to make the game? Stuff like that. You have an answer for that, Meg?
I would just, I don't know. Honestly, I just try not to think about that stuff too much. But I would think that this is for something like that they need, and to show people their game. I don't know, maybe they're investors, I don't know, or just a way to like listen to the game in a space that's curated for that, so there's no like outside noise. Like I remember taking a tour of the Manchester office, and they showed us that there were rooms for the sound artists or whatever you call them to go into. So like as they're making the sounds, like all you hear is, I don't know all the terminology for all this stuff, so I apologize, but I think them making these rooms and these locations, like they're for a reason. And if you want to know about it, you would just dig a little deeper and understand like what it is exactly that they're using these things for, and how that's going to benefit the game and the future of the company. Because it's not just about, I would think it's not just about Squadron 42 and Star Citizen at the end of the day. It's about the future, like what's to come next, and they're just building on with our money.
You give a nuanced answer, and you came up with an aspect I didn't consider: investors. So that'd be important. Many of us have been considering is that in order to recruit new talent, you need state-of-the-art stuff for new talent to be, attracted to. New talent aren't going to want to go into a cubicle with office with no frills and stuff like that. So this will
come to my desk and
new
watch this video.
What did you say?
I said, come over to my desk real quick and watch what we've been working on. Like, nah, like please take me to the theater.
Right. So I think this will be important for gathering new talent, and like you said, new investors too. So that's an aspect I didn't consider. So thank you for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, cup holders. I don't know. Maybe in the future.
I mean, I'm sure. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure they're wasting our money in some ways, but I mean, we're still sending the money, so stop.
They can rent it out. You have a pop. If they rent it out, they cost more money in long term than just having it in their studio, in their office, in their building in the short term. So it costs more to rent stuff out than just to have it, right, Pop? But yes, that is the Cloud Imperium Games screening room. People have been saying in chat that they've had it for a while, but this is just like an NDA or something just dropped, and they're able to talk about it. All right, so here's another big topic coming up this week on Wikipedia. Coming soon, select group gameplay testing. Have you read this, Yo-Yo?
I have not.
You have not. Uh,
Not, but I know what it's about.
Basically, I go over how it works. A select group of gameplay testing will operate on an invitation-only basis, bringing together a small, carefully selected group of players based on play activity targeted for testing under NDA. Unlike standard PTU waves, these tests will focus specific systems or mechanics that require immediate, concentrated feedback during active development. Tests will launch at irregular intervals based on development needs with short notice periods. Testing duration will vary depending on the scope and requirement of each system being evaluated. All participants must sign and acknowledge the NDA terms before gaining build access. I didn't talk about the feedback process, but we won't go into that much. But there's a second dev reply, another dev reply rather. What's the difference between this and evil quality tester? Hey, the select group gameplay testing is pretty different from evil quality. Think of it more like a pre-test lab of the studio run. The idea isn't open feedback like we usually do on Spectrum threads. That's really great for getting a feel for overall community sentiment. But when it comes to more divisive features, and let's say somewhat challenging dynamic of public interest discourse, they can't always rely on it with full confidence. So that's basically, that's the summary of why they doing this instead of doing the evil party. They want a specific group, like mining or medical or salvaging or something like that. Something specific that people like to do. Like, so if that group liked it, then they're good. If another group, who don't really like it, but they and complain about it, that's not really helpful because they wanted the people who do like it and get their information. So that's what that is. So you think if you get an invitation, would you join this?
Yeah, I definitely would. I didn't, and I don't think I deserved one because I definitely do not participate in that stuff enough. I've heard of some people who did, and I think that they're making a great selection, and they're probably using like the data that they have to make those choices, which is great.
I don't think that just because you haven't got one now recently.
Okay.
I don't think that means that precludes you from getting one ever. But like I said, they're concentrating on different items. Like maybe you may get one for medical, so you like medical, or stuff like that.
Right.
So but they don't have specific need for it. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I just meant for this one specifically. Yeah, so I hope this goes well and they get what they need. And obviously, we're probably not gonna. I mean, depending on like who you are and your play style, you might not like the outcome. But yeah, I guess we'll see how this goes. Hopefully, yeah, I don't know why I said hopefully. I don't really know what I'm gonna say. Hopefully it works out for all of us.
Yeah.
And so like they continue to do these things for like what you're saying, like with other game loops for medical and mining and all other things. Because yeah, I mean, how better to get people's feedback than from the specific people that like do that thing the most. So
all right, cool. And I think that is it for this week in Star Citizen. Do you have any questions specifically for this, or nope, no questions. Okay, so we're gonna take a commercial break and then come back with the main part of our show, the Apollo. And so here we go, commercial. And the commercial has started. Thank you everybody for supporting us. Thank you for all the subscribers and followers, especially from Sinful Strife Raid. We welcome you again. Next week we're talking about the Art Corp. Hold on, let me get the right thing here real quick. Level down Art Corp progression based on curated content. I'm not going to be on that show, so I'm not really sure what it's about, but it's called Level Down Art Corp progression based curated content. Ship and environment design. So yeah, check that out. Also, thank you for our subscribers. Thank you for people who are joined on YouTube. Thank you for our Patreon. Thank you for people who buy our merchandise. So we do sell merchandise. Click the link down below If you're interested in supporting us, but if you've seen us, then you're already supporting us. But to the people who may be watching this later, appreciate it. Thank you. Anything you want to say before we get back to the rest of the show, Meg?
Thank you all for being here and continuing to be here, and for chatting and submitting questions and just being you.
All right, can't get much better than that. All right, so we're back. So let's get on with the rest of the show. The Apollo has landed, but we can't talk about the Apollo without medical. So basically, I want to give a somewhat brief history on what medical and the Apollo, how it started. This is from July 20th, 2016, so 10 years ago, almost exactly 10 years ago, just over 10 years ago, we got this shipyard. The shipyard is what they, back in 2016, they would give us different, how they thought different aspects of the game would function, basically. And this is one about medical gameplay. Meg, when did you join, when did you back again?
December 2021.
2021. So this is 5 years before you back. Okay. So have you heard about this page at all?
I have, yeah.
Oh, you have. Okay, cool. So yeah, we're not going to go over this in great detail, but it's like how health systems work in Alpha 3.2. As you know, we're in 4.3.1 right now. So this is ages ago, like you said, almost 10 years ago. Well,
Yeah.
8 years ago. Yeah, 7 years. I'm sorry, I can't count. I'm getting math wrong, but 7 years ago. But yeah, so getting ahead in the future. In the future, planetary medical locations and medical ships will bring different tiers of healing to the universe. Tier 1, recover from near-death experiences and fatal injuries. Tier 2, recover from serious injuries such as multiple limb bleed out and ruined limb. Tier 3, recover from minor injuries such as limb being changed. And as far as I know, this hasn't changed since this document release, right?
Thanks.
Okay. So yeah, different new mission types of medical delivery, recovery, rescue. Rescue has been a big thing for some parts of the community. Respawning. In the near future, new respawn points will be introduced. I think like in the past, when you respawned, when you died, you just came back in your hab or something like that. But now you come back in a hospital bed. Unlike the current system, dying and falling permanent conscious in space or on a planet won't mean just respawn to your last visited location. Instead, you respawn in nearby medical station. So this was a change back in the day that people had to get used to. I don't know if there's an uproar, and the spectrum probably was, but I don't recall it. And you talk about the differences between medical ships, and I had further readings for other shipyard articles. So this was, like I said, back in 2016, so 7 years ago. I got my math wrong. Sorry about that. But then we got this one a few weeks ago. The design brief medical gameplay. Design brief medical gameplay. Star Citizen persistent universe, both the comprehensive and ever-evolving medical system. And they give us a recap of what we saw in the medical brief, just updated for it looked nicer. I'll give them that much.
Yeah.
What do you? It definitely looked nicer. But yeah, what do you think of the difference of the old one versus the new one?
No, I'm right there with you. I think it's just a little more updated. So
yeah, basically just to update it. But I don't think that much has changed unless I'm missing something. I'll put the link in chat for people. But yeah, I don't think much have changed. Like they had that vision 7 years ago, and pretty much they stayed consistent with that vision. So people who are complaining about the medjos and stuff like that had been the vision.
That's probably the only thing that changed. Yeah, it's like the actual our costs now for the regen. And you don't remember if there's any cost to. I don't think there's any cost to just going from 0 to 100% or whatever. I think it's just the tiers that cost.
Okay. Insta Shinobi, thank you for the raid of one person, but thank you for the raid. Appreciate it. We're talking about the Apollo this week. So welcome to people from Insta Shinobi. On-track treatment to talk about the medical pen, multi-tool, and Kill Life medical tool. I never used a Kill Life medical tool. You ever use that? Oh wait. Oh, it's just okay.
Yes.
Okay. Never mind. I do use the Kill Life medical tool. I'm
Medgun.
thinking about the multi-tool. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind. Senior Mokel, thank you for subscription for 14 months. Appreciate it. Thank you for that. So yeah, I have used it. That was my mistake. I was thinking about the multi-tool.
No, you're good.
But so that hasn't changed much. This breakdown of the different pins that have changed in the past 7 years. Well, I mean, it's not nothing new in the past, few patches, but somewhere along the line between 2018 and 2023 that they introduced these.
Why don't they have the decon pen in here?
Wait, isn't
That's
it
the type of drug that's available.
That's it. This is decon.
Is
yeah,
it?
That's the yellow one. Yeah.
Got it. Sorry.
No problem. Incapacitation and rescue beacons. That's been in the game for a while. Have you noticed? Are people relying on these more or less with the new pack? Do you know?
Say it again.
People relying on rescue beacons more or less.
Definitely less. Everyone's just dying because of is it tier 1 or tier 0? The armor, like everyone's just dying because doesn't matter. Not really losing much.
Medical badge. I don't think they covered that in the old one. They covered the tier. Well, I guess they covered the tier. So yeah, I guess they did cover that. Okay, but yeah, medical badge. Tier 3 is the most commonly available dead. Tier 2 is the more advanced. The tier 2 injury. Tier 1 is the most capable badge. Restore health and including all injuries. Generate those with implants who have died within 750 billion meters. That's a lot of zeros. Talk about Metgel. Yeah, they didn't include this in the old document. Tier 3 bed can hold 200 CSCU, or that C is 100 Metgel. Tier 2 can hold 400 CSCU. Tier 1 can hold 600 CSCU. Who was that? Dragazog, thank you for this gift subscription. Appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, so it is going up. Note above, the additional quantities of Metgel can be stored in traditional cargo and storage unit and location cost shipped in vehicles. Have you been buying Metgel, Meg?
I have not been buying it now.
You haven't. What medical chip do you have? Do you have in your hangar?
Pisces Rescue, the Apollo. I think that's it.
Okay. What
medical,
right?
medical.
Say it again. I'm sorry, you're breaking up.
I forgot which one I have. The names always confuse me, but it's the white one. The white fortunately.
One. Okay, we'll get to that in a minute.
Just because of the paint.
We'll get to that in a minute. I believe that's a medevac. We'll see. We'll get to that in a minute.
I think it's the medevac.
Alright, so yeah, these things on the left are the Metgels. They cost 100,000 Alpha UEC. Who knows what they'll cost in 1.0 when they actually use actual credit. And healing injuries with a medical bed, imprinting and regenerating. Yeah, this is different. You can you can imprint to a specific bed now. So if you have a tier 2 or tier 1 bed, most people are going to pick the tier 1 bed, but not everyone can use tier 1 bed at the same time, unfortunately. So maybe you want to take a tier 2 bed for whatever reason. But if the ship get destroyed or whatever, how the med get destroyed, then it reverts to whatever you imprinted before that. They talk about the ship of the trade. You got the Apollo, Medevac, and Triage. You got the Anvil Terrapin. I see. If I would get one, I might get the Terrapin. I know the Medevac is better, but yeah, I'll explain later. You got the thread, and you got the Anvil Pisces which we just discussed, and the Ursa Medevac. Clinic and hospital, additional medical beds can be found in hospitals and clinics located in landing zone stations throughout the persistent universe. They all have the same functionality listed above, but do not retain their dependence on MedJola for operation. Today and tomorrow, all the design and functionality detail above is being updated with the new release of Alpha 431. If you never participated in a brave and exciting career of medical first responder, we hope this detailed look at much of what is involved encourages you to do so. Would you like to know more? So, when you first started, how do I want to say this? Did anything surprise you? Were there any changes that you weren't expecting?
I wasn't expecting the med gel at all, actually. I'm glad that is a thing. Like I am happy with it, and I'm glad. Like at first, it was not in a good place. I believe it was the same um healing cost for any injury, and then they quickly switched that to a more reasonable difference with the tiers. But yeah, I like the med gel. I do not recall if they changed the distance, but I'm a fan of the range on respawns. And yeah, it's not now, but in the future, it's going to be nice to have. And I know some people don't like this, but it's going to be nice to have a backup to our home spawn, which is where like you would go if your ship blew up. So like if you're in a different system, you wouldn't go all the way back to your home system, like go to that. Yeah. So like stuff like that. Hearing them talk about that part. So like the the first article you showed was like them talking about like what we'll see in the future. And we did see that in the future now. And so like seeing the article, the life, death, and life again beyond 4.3.1, that was nice to see because I'm hopeful for that future. I think yeah, that, and I don't know. I like seeing the med gel. I still think it doesn't matter. We're still like in a place where it might not matter too much because like we want to test other things. We don't want to test dying. Like that's just not people's version of fun because at the end of the day, like this game might not be released, but it is to some people, and so they're playing the game as it is now, and they're not waiting 10 years. And so like. Yeah, that like getting the death of a spaceman and stuff is very detrimental to people, but I was not happy to not see the lack of death of a spaceman in this. Yeah, because I think I want more consequences so that med beacons have a real reason and purpose, and people are actually using these ships, not just went to a bunker, gonna heal, go to the next bunker. Like I want to actually take my ambulance out, and like people are doing that. Like people are going on like org ops. They're using the heck out of these ships, but like our med beacons, I don't know. Like we're just in such a weird place at the moment that it's not really like motivating. Like the ships going on sale, it's like what are we really doing with these really? So yeah, just excited for the actual future of medical, which is still not now. Like we got an update, a big update, but for what? Sorry, that was long.
No, what was your last part again? You got a big update?
Yeah, we have this big update, this article talking about everything, like the Apollo release, and it's just like for what?
Okay. Oh no,
We still are at like tier 0, and
yeah. Yeah. Don't
Or tier
apologize for
1
being
with
wrong.
armor. And
Yeah, I was just about to go over it. This is the life and death and life again. But quickly, possibly to ask a question. Do you remember when MedPen came into the game? And I do not remember. I've been in the game since 2014, and I do not remember a specific point when MedPen. Hopefully, it's in Google. Someone can hopefully answer you in chat. But you don't know when MedPen came to the game, do you, Meg?
absolutely not, no.
No, okay. Yeah, so hopefully someone can Google it and find out for you, Pop. But yeah, this is the other page that came out with the previous page, Life and Death and Life Again Beyond 4.3, at the introduction again. They give us a chart, Life and Death Beyond 4.31. While much of the medical gameplay is rightly aimed at preventing death, we must still do everything we can to prepare for the worst while giving you a meaningful and strategic option for getting back into the verse as soon as possible post-death. To that end, the following additional changes to medical beds are currently in development. Ability to imprint on multiple beds at once, adding the ability to choose which imprinted medical bed you wish to regenerate at, and adding new conditions which may limit regeneration, such as cooldown timers and regeneration limit before re-registration of an imprint is required. So yeah, this is getting complex. I don't say complicated, but getting more complex. That's a better word. Multiple imprints at one. What are you gonna say?
Nothing. You can go.
Okay. Multiple imprints at once. The first key to this will be allowing you to have multiple imprints at different locations simultaneously. I hinted at this before, allowing you the tactical choice upon incapacitation. If no help is available, to choose the way you regenerate next. These options will fall into one of 4 categories. Landing zone, the last landing zone hospital bed you imprinted on. Ship or vehicle, the last vehicle you imprinted it on. Home base, the last medical bed you imprinted on at a base of your own org. Your org own, sorry. And temporary, a bed which does not fall under any of the 3 categories above, for example, a POI location such like Stormbreaker. And people have been participating with these things, and I haven't heard too much complaint about except, the Medjo stuff, basically. How about you?
Yeah, just the medgel stuff.
They cover the medbed conditions. I'm not going to go over all these. But I put the link in chat for people to go back to and read it. Med bed permission. If medical bed is within your ship, vehicle, or base, then you may set permissions limiting who can use it to heal and print independently. Only you, everyone, friends, party members, or members. So I'm looking forward to that. I don't have that many ships that can have the medical bed. The merchantman does have one. I think the 600i boy has one. I forget, but I don't have that many medical beds. I mean, I don't have any of it all except for the 600i. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting my. That's another reason I'm looking forward to getting my merchantman.
Yeah.
They had it changes to regeneration interface. If you've been in the game recently, you've seen these. Talk about the element and description, and rescue beacons, and note for first responders. So yeah, and I do like the look of the white armor. I like the look. I wish that they had a specific AR or altered reality for medical stuff though. Maybe that's coming down the line. What do you think?
You said a gun?
No, the AR for the helmet. The AR for the helmet, the HUD. I wish they had a specific thing for medical.
Yep.
What?
Yep, I 100% agree with that. I really, because like them showing the military ones. Yeah, like it would work just like a med gun or multi-tool, like showing, like if you like point at an injury and it like highlights what's wrong or whatever, like the drugs used. Yeah, that would be super cool. I mean, obviously, like that limits you to not having the military stuff and crosshair and all that, because like you may not need it.
Oh yeah, it depends.
Yeah, may. I mean, we have other helmets that don't have it, and we do just fine.
Well, Pop said he found it.
I don't speak for everyone. Nice.
Go ahead.
Nothing.
Okay. Pop said he found the answer. The Star Citizen meta plans were introduced in 3/15, November 2021. 2021? I feel like we had it before that. I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you. If you say 2021, that's correct. It just feels like we had them for longer. I'm thinking for that, Pop. But yeah, that's the life, death, and life again. So yeah, hopefully they'll do something with the AR for the helmets and medical outfits. Did you buy any of the medical armor, Meg?
Yeah, I used store credit to get the Morozov on the left. I've been growing fond, like more and more fond of the Morozov, and yeah, that looks clean. I love that. I've been wearing it exclusively.
For heavy armor.
Yeah, it's heavy.
Okay, all right. Yeah, like I said, I would get either the medium or the heavy. I do like the look, but yeah, I'm not into medical gameplay, so.
Yeah, totally fair.
Oh, his question was confusing. He mentioned new ones to the orange and greens, etc. Okay.
Ooh.
I don't know. Sorry. Oh yeah. So now we're going back in time again. So this is like the original concept for the Apollo. Is there a date for this? Hold on. Let me see my notes. Introducing the 2948 Apollo, July 20th. 2018. So this is the same day as the medical gameplay came out. So they all came out together. Oh, 7 years ago. Apollo 28. So, oh boy, go back in time when stuff did not look as good on the website. Meathead Militia, ticket for the raid of 32 people. Welcome, raiders. We talk about the Apollo has landed and medical gameplay. And I'm here with yoyoMeg. Welcome, raiders. Hope you had a great time.
707.
So 2948 Apollo, the 30th anniversary. This is in lore of the astrometric vid. Time to get out here. I think there's a game introduced. I don't remember playing the game. Can you click on? Yeah, you can't still click on it. So, and then remember, if anyone played the game, tell me what it's like. I'm not gonna do it on screen. I don't know people how bad I am. No, how bad I am. But
it's kind of hard.
It's kind of
just a little bit. It's kind of hard, but
it's kind of hard.
You'll get the hang of it.
Okay.
Yeah, you get a. I don't know if you were gonna say this, but you get a badge from getting like a certain amount of points. I don't remember what the number is, and I think that's what unlocked access to purchasing the Medivac. That variant, but I don't know what that's like now. I meant to ask, like, was the Medivac available for everybody? Because I thought before it was only available if you completed the game.
I thought it was available for everyone. I'm not sure. I was medical gameplay, unfortunately, not my game style. So I didn't really invest too much brain power into memory stuff, unfortunately, as it may be. So yeah. Oh, hold on, I got a DM real quick. Let me check it. Oh, they're here. Okay. All right. Let me send them real quick. Sorry about that, folks.
You're okay. And yeah, you were saying this was like back when the pages didn't look as good. Honestly,
this is like 7 years. I mean, the on-site website has had difficulties since the beginning, but this feels like something from 1990s or 2000s.
Yeah, I mean,
compared to
now. I think the game, like, I don't know of many older games, but it mimics kind of like the Galaga look. And that's the game looks like that, so the page kind of fits. Gotcha, Maichu.
Yeah. All right, but yeah, it's gonna come making a break. This is in lore stuff right here. Explore the entire astrometric filmography. Yeah, this is in lore again. More in lore stuff, and that's the game, obviously. Okay, so unlock the trophy, becoming astrometric legend. This is what you're talking about. The Guardian Angel.
Yep.
Yeah, the Apollo variant challenges had now ended, but you can still enjoy the game and try to beat the high score. So yeah, it's ended unfortunately. Oh, not unfortunately.
I wonder when it ended. Because I was able
I
to
would
get
guess.
it like
I
2 or
would
3
guess
years
it
ago.
ended when the concept sale ended.
That makes
I would
sense.
guess. Yeah. And this is the 2948 classic new ship mission. So this is the original concept of the Apollo. We'll talk about the changes that come out, but the modular med bay. So they had that back then. The Shepherd med lift. Shepherd. Okay. Oh, the drone. They haven't gotten that yet. There's still something we're waiting on. If I click on this, does it show up? There, it shows up. I'm gonna scroll up a little bit. There you go. So each Apollo comes equipped with 2 medical lift semi-automated emergency extraction pods, each capable of lifting up to 500 pounds, quickly and securely from the ground to ship. Each drone is outfitted with payload, preservation armor, gyro stabilization, shock balance absorption technology to maximize patient safety and comfort throughout extraction. These are not in the game yet. These are coming into the game soon to them. No, I won't say that, but they're coming into the game. They're just not in the game yet. In and out of the easy. That's in the game. I'm a little bit disappointed with how narrow that entrance is between the back and the main ship. Because I mean, it feels like it should be wider to allow more stuff in, but what can you do, right?
Yeah, actually, we're probably gonna talk about it later, but she didn't realize that what it looks like back there was from concept, which shocked me. Like, I was like, why did they make this choice? But it was actually always gonna be like it is.
Yeah, it does look. As you can tell, it looks now here, but I think they could have made it bigger to allow for more ships and more cargo. Modular layout, we talked about that before with different bed. Click on this real quick. Size, top rated VTOL cluster, dual fuel generator, and patented stock balance system. Apollo offers the smoothest ride in the universe. Ooh, to create freedom practice with confidence and focus on what they do best. The Apollo by the numbers, max 2 crew, length is 43. I believe it's 63 now. So it added 20, almost 20 meters in length. I don't know about the width. Height is 10 meters. I think it's 15 meters now. 2 yard max speed is 205, max kilograms, stuff like that. So it definitely grew. It definitely grew.
Oh, yeah, it says 73 by 54 by 14.
15, okay. 73?
Jeez. 70? Okay, I'm on Urkel, so I don't know if they're wrong.
Okay.
But...
if you say it, I believe you. I thought it was 63, so
wow.
That's almost double the length.
That's crazy.
Dang.
Yeah, it was supposed to be Cuddy's size. That was
right.
why I wanted it so badly, because I don't like big ships. Yeah,
and you
now
cannot
it's
lie?
huge.
No, but you say Cuddy size, but I mean for $200 the Cuddy size, that's a bit much though.
I mean, you said that's a bit.
How
The
much
price,
it costs
price is too much.
Huh? Yeah, $200 for Cuddy size is a bit much.
It's the content of the ship. It offers something that nothing else offers at the moment. I'm sure the Galaxy will offer this modularity within its medical, but I'm pretty sure it does. But yeah, I mean, I feel like there are other ships, Valk, that don't deserve to be as high priced as they are. But I don't know. This is a hospital. It offers tier 1 at a smaller, slightly smaller size.
I think because of the size now, it grew into the price of what it was offered.
Yeah,
so
definitely, and that's why I think I'm less shocked that the price did not increase as much as I don't know how much I thought it would increase, but like normally the prices go up.
If someone in chat could look up the original concept price for the Apollo, I appreciate it. Mega couldn't do it, and I'm busy doing stuff here. So if anyone in chat do it for us, I appreciate it. Thank you. But yeah,
I was expecting to go up a lot more.
Yeah, this is the ship shape for the Apollo. This is 9 minutes. I don't know if we're gonna watch it all, but I just want to give people like a brief glimpse of what it was like back then, or what they thought it was gonna be like back then as opposed to now. So this is like a history lesson.
Greetings, citizens, and welcome to another edition of Ship Shape, the show where we give you the rundown on what's in the ship development pipeline, who's working on what, provide interviews with developers, and occasionally debut a brand new ship being added to Star Citizen's pantheon of spaceships. I'm your host, Content Manager Jared Huckabee. Now, behind me, you see the ship pipeline. That's the ever-evolving, continuously refined network of phases, milestones, and review checks necessary to ensure you the best possible spaceship for your Star Citizen experience. And it's been a while since we've given the full rundown on what's being worked on and where. So let's get things started and jump right into things, shall we? With the recent release of Star Citizen Alpha 3.2 to our live environment, a new wave of ships have begun their journeys through the pipeline. It's with that news that I'm pleased to report that the Origin 300 series, stalwart of the original Kickstarter campaign, has officially begun its rework and is currently sitting in the earliest stages of white.
I'm gonna cut in real here. I'm gonna jump forward to get to the Apollo real quick, so bear with me. Okay, here it is. My bad.
But what's next? Even a game of Star Citizen's breadth and scope still needs additional ships to flesh out its various gameplay systems and professions. And one of those that's captured the imagination of backers since the introductions of the Cutlass Red and Endeavor Hope is that of assisting your fellow player when personal injury strikes your character. Yes, medical gameplay and its design is ready to step back into the spotlight this month with the addition of our next concept ship to Star Citizen. Let's go to the ship teams in our Foundry 42 UK studio and let them introduce us to the brand new Apollo medical ship from Roberts Space Industries.
The RSI Apollo is a new medical ship. It's from RSI, which didn't get a new ship in a long while. We have two medical ships at the moment announced in the game, which is the Cutlass Red, which is basically the ambulance in our game, and the Endeavor with its hospital module, which is really massive and really endgame. So we needed something in between.
We had quite a short timeline on this one for a medium ship. So really early on, I did a quick sketch of the interior, passed it to concept artist and was like, something like this, and it kind of stuck basically. And it works well with RSI styling. The ship still has its flow, you know, it's still quite sleek and sexy, but you know, it's got all that angularness to it. It's like a Lamborghini, turn it into a spaceship.
The RSI Apollo is basically like a small clinic that you can go to the edge of space. This has a capacity of 6 patients with 6 beds, a crew of 2 at the front with 2 ejection beds, and it has a size 2 turret on the top of the ship at the rear, which is more a point defense turret rather than something made for dogfights or anything. And this is a remote turret. It has also 28 SCU of cargo at the back.
And then you've got medical bay space. It's always that sort of fine line between sort of reality sci-fi and gameplay. So it's, okay, we need to basically spawn a player here, but we don't want him popping in. So the player will be delivered. There's a glass cover on top, sort of protecting the player. The thought process is that we'll have essentially like an opaque glass when there's nobody in it, and then you'll hear noises and probably lights will come on and the bed will activate, and then a person will arrive. The glass turns transparent, and you're like, okay, that, you know, the bed's occupied. At least that's how we've developed it at the moment. It's kind of like a self-healing unit, so you'll have a disc that scans the person, finds out what's wrong with them, heals them, and then it opens up and off they go. And so with this ship, you'll be able to pick up people, fix people up, shove them back out the door, you know, so it can be, you know, obviously there'll be medical gameplay.
That we plan is, even if regular ships can do something with medical gameplay, like a player could help other people in the future, you will need medical ships if you want really to pursue the medical career in the game.
The final result I'm really happy with, and it's just sort of going through it basically, and so that's just been a process of refinement, just pushing and pushing okay, add this, tweak this, you know, all the lines. Generally, you know, you generally try and avoid parallel lines.
We've worked hard to do a good layout that will please every player and that is really aesthetically pleasing as well. So I think this is a really good ship, and this is bringing new kind of gameplay, so it looks good.
Do you know what? I kind of like playing the medic often. So, you know, I'm not quite sure how this will turn out in our game, you know, but I just want to see it. Just want to see it in game, and just, you know, I just want to see what players do with it. But I think, you know, I can't wait to see, you know, it's not going to be like the Red Arrows, but you can just imagine, you know, just a whole fleet of these guys just taking off and just going off, just rescuing people, or you know, you can imagine just jumping in, massive space battle, debris everywhere, bodies just sort of floating about, you know, and them just in, you know, all the drones just popping out, and scooping up the people and popping them into the base of the ship. I think it could make for a really nice visual as well.
Now that's a good-looking spaceship. The RSI Apollo concept promotion begins today for all backers, and I encourage everyone not just to check the ship out, but the additional medical gameplay post going up on the robertspaceindustries.com website as well. And then stay tuned to Reverse the Verse for a live Q&A immediately following this broadcast, where we'll be talking to the designers and artists who work to bring this ship and medical gameplay to life. For ShipShape, I'm Content Manager for Global Video Production, Jared Huckabee. Thanks for watching.
All right, we're back. Gonna mute that and jump back to the video. So yeah, that's the original concept for the Apollo. Oh, and I figured out my mistake. So this is just correction on my end. The 63 meters with the constellation, and I was comparing the constellation with the Apollo, so that's why I got the 63 from. And the Apollo is 10 meters longer than the constellation. But you know, now, but back then it was 43. That's where I got the 63 from. So yeah, what do you think, Mag?
Yeah, it looks pretty similar to the concept. I think the one thing I don't think we're probably going to get is what they were talking about with the opaque glass and then it going transparent. I thought that would be really cool. I really liked that from the concept video, watching that in the past.
Mhm.
And yeah, I mean, as the med beds have been iterated on, is that the right way to say it? Like, obviously,
Yeah.
we're probably not going to get an Apollo specific med bay, but that would have been cool.
Mhm.
Like they talked about in the concept. But yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I've always liked the behind the ship and ship shape and stuff like that. So even though this
Yeah.
wasn't my gameplay or anything like that, I like the process of how they make ships and stuff like that. So this was cool for me. And go back in time, 7 years ago. So yeah, they didn't anticipate it getting bigger. I'm pretty sure they didn't anticipate it taking this long. They probably thought it would
Yeah.
maybe take. Well, I don't want to guess how long they thought it would take. In my mind, I was guessing it would take 2 or 3 years, not 7 years. How about you?
Yeah.
What would you have
Yeah,
thought?
I mean, yeah. I mean, the only reason that it was, to me, it was okay that it didn't come out is because, again, like, it coming out now still doesn't really have like a big meaning to a lot of
Mhm.
people. So it could have waited. Like, there might have been other ships. Like, I'm very happy that they're trying to not do, and I think they said they're not going to, but I'm gonna say they're trying not to do any more concepts and just releasing ships. So
Right. Except for the
um,
battle cruiser, obviously.
like, yeah, because prioritizing that backlog, I don't know how they're doing it, but
Yeah.
yeah, that's definitely a long time for a ship. You already know there are many ships that are taking way longer.
So we're not gonna watch this because this is an hour long, but I put the link in chat. But this is the Star Citizen reverse live. This is before Star Citizen live, but reverse the verse science medical gameplay. But we'll talk more about what they just talked about in the ship shape. So like I said, I just want to put the link in because this does have history, and people want to go back and compare, contrast on their own. I encourage you to do it, especially into this gameplay. Hey, Sergeant Grim, how you doing? So yes, that is the ship plate and the reverse diverse live. Up next, we have the original Q&A. This came out a month later. Oh no, 2 or 3 weeks later. After the concept of the ship. So this is August 8th, 2026. Yeah. So this is the Q&A for the Apollo. It's interesting to see how the questions have changed over the years. Going to be an interactive doctor gameplay to healing in med bays, but first aid will be automatic based on the experience of healing. Yeah, so we know what it is now, but basically, the Doctor Medical is not fully signed off. It's currently interactive element to it. One of the things they wanted to do with Star Citizen to make the player interactions physical rather than pressing a button and walking away. For example, the current mining loop requires a level of constant control. So you got the med gun, you push the med gun, you heal people, and then you walk away. Basically, is that how it, you agree with that, Meg?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What happens to players when they're waiting to be picked up, transported, healed? Are they just going to be sitting there doing nothing the whole time? Pretty much, yeah. Currently, the plan is for the player to be physically mobilized during pickup. Well, NPCs require treatment spawn in their ship. They don't plan on this being a natural occurrence. So, yeah, not you, no. Can the Apollo spell players who refuse to leave after being healed? I like that question. The Apollo itself provides no specific method for doing it, but we expect the owners will find their own unique ways to remove uncooperative patients.
Unique.
You ever had people someone say, you ain't got to go home, but you got to get out of here. You ever had someone like that, Meg?
I don't think so, honestly. But
Not yet. Not yet.
I've seen people like change like people who get pirated join the pirates and stuff instead of like leaving. I don't know. I think it's cool, but I mean, yeah, some people are like, "Can you leave? I want to go. I want to move on now." That hasn't happened to me.
Yeah, we're not going to go over each of these in great depth, but the search and rescue gameplay involves the looking and finding. They're talking about that. What happens to injured players we just covered that. Refuse to pay after. Oh, no. We have to injure players who refuse to pay after being healed. In order to prevent abuse, we expect to require players to prepay an alpha you receive or you receive for treatment. Could be voluntary choice for the conscious player to be tied to the pre-accident request to respond at Apollo for more gravely injured. Excuse me. As far as I know, this hasn't really been implemented, but yeah, I mean, people. It's kind of an honest system now, I guess, Meg.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And you can always reset like who spawn, so that's nice.
That's true. Okay. What tier beds of capital ship med bays have? Will they still rely on medical ship for this change? Depends on the ship in question. Well, I guess that hasn't changed. But a ship with a dedicated medical bay will generally have a higher tier bed to provide full medical support. Bear in mind, will be limited to the use of the ship itself and critically damaged and the crew is injured. If the ship itself is critically damaged and the crew is injured, it is unlikely the capital ship will have enough high tier beds to support the serious recovery of entire crew simultaneously, with the exception of those dedicated to the role, like the Endeavor Hope. Yeah, the Endeavor Hope had I don't know if people remember, but the hospital module for the Endeavor had like 3 different levels, and each of those levels had beds on some sort. Some levels have tier 1, some levels have tier 2, some levels have tier 3. So I think they had like 3 tier 3s, 2 tier 1s, and 1 tier 1. And yeah, and that's just on one side. They have it mirrored on the other side too, so that's double that. So yeah, but this may change. So yeah. Oh, the other injuries that the Apollo cannot fix, but it never can. Assuming the Apollo is equipped with the best tier beds available, then they can fix the same injury as the Endeavor. As functionality per bed is the same, however, the Endeavor won't have the loadout as limited as the Apollo, so it can heal more people simultaneously. And the Endeavor is not out and won't be out for a while. But the Apollo is here now.
Mhm. Yeah.
Now, like I said, this is back in 2018. So will there be more variants like for the Apollo? For example, police, military, fighter, transporter. There's no plan for further outside Apollo variants outside the medevac and triage. Can we sleep in the hospital bed to log off? This is not something we currently planned or line, but we revealed as the gameplay. Can you bed log in the Apollo?
You can't. Oh, in the bed, yes, but not the medical bed.
No, not the
If
medical
that's
bed.
what
I
you're
mean the bed. Yeah, so you can.
Yeah, there are two crew beds. Yeah.
Okay, but this is like a hospital bed. So no, they haven't changed their mind on this.
No.
Okay. Since the ship only will support 2 crew members, doesn't mean we are limited to a pilot and doctor to crew it. We don't see the roles being as strict as doctor and pilot, or pilot to doctor. We envisage both pilots taking part in recovery treatment while landing docking space. So yeah, how is your gameplay handled when you have 2 crew, but you may have like a bunch of people tied to that bed?
Yeah, I definitely think it would be more than 2, but I mean, as of right now, there isn't really a need for a doctor to be there. So
Right.
obviously, like once the game potentially gets like more complex and that's needed, I'm curious like if they're going to add jump seats or something. Because yeah, I mean, I guess because like this is an ambulance meant to go in and like grab people and bring them back, and yeah, I don't know. It's kind of now I'm like kind of confused. I'm just like,
Well, hopefully we'll
it's
get
meant to be
less
able to go
confused.
in.
But hopefully we'll
Get
get less
people
confused as
out.
time goes on. Yeah.
Respawn. Yeah, I feel like at the moment you're able to take care of yourself, and so the pilot and the co-pilot are just protecting the whole ship, and that's why we have
Right.
drones as well, which are what is the word? Semi-autonomous. Like I don't know if that means they'll fully be able to just go out there by themselves. I would assume that that's what autonomous is and not semi. But yeah. So hopefully the drones will be able to do the heavy lifting, but yeah, again, like yeah, I would think that's fine. And you should have another ship meant for other things, like transporting a fire team to protect the ambulance. I'd want the ambulance protected because that's everyone's potential like respawn or their way of getting help. But yeah, I mean, I think it's a temporary thing meant to like take people from one place to another, just like literally like an ambulance, like it says. So yeah, it's probably not that deep. You probably don't need doctors. That's where the Endeavors probably fits in. But now we also have the Galaxy with a medical model. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
So there's quite a few questions. I'm going to speed by these now because we are running low on time. And do you have the other Q&A?
Okay.
This is the Q&A from 2018. Just want to compare and contrast a little bit. The question is, do we get that one already? No. If the Apollo had P1 badge allowing respawn, will we get a beacon like that for Endeavor? Yesterday, describing the beacon in Endeavor Q&A. Don't trust that Endeavor Q&A. I don't think that thing's going to come a complete reconcept. I don't know what's going to carry over from that Q&A. Will there be a cooldown or respawn for individual players, or will it be limited by the resources Apollo carried by the Apollo? There's likely to be a cooldown period, and what is the concept of death having serious consequences?
Nice.
Like, if 2 people die at the same time, one person goes, then the next person goes, and it takes like what is it like? 2 minutes? Do you know?
Like what it is right now
Yeah.
for one bed. I'm honestly
Yeah.
not sure, but I know I've definitely had a queue. I've been in a death queue. I'm not sure the time.
Now, how long had the queue been? Like, did it take like a minute or two, or?
I'm not. I think it just depends because like I don't know how.
Right. Okay. All right.
What
It
it's
depends.
supposed to be like, because some people
Right.
just won't get out of a bed, like at a like
Move
like
your
they're
ass.
just there. Like that's their way of preventing people from coming back. We'll just put people to bed.
This bed is comfortable. I think I'm going to stay here for a while. No, move.
Yeah, we need an eject button. What the heck?
How do you envision the balance between medical gameplay and the time to kill? Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, that's a nuanced question that'll change that between then, now,
Yeah.
and the future. What are the advantages of Apollo in comparison to medical ship you can find on the ship like Carrack? Basically, the Apollo is more advanced, has a tier 1 badge. But a tier 1 medical bay support everything on the lowest tiers do. Superior tiers will include all the functionality of lesser tiers, yeah. Does removing the medical module increase the amount of SCU that can be used for cargo? The medical base cannot be removed, so the maximum capacity will always be 28 SCU. Is it still 28?
No, it's 32.
72, yeah, because it got bigger, thank you.
Also, I feel like the answer to that question actually is yes. Because the one takes up less space and you can definitely put boxes there.
Okay, all right. Oh, good to know.
But
Thank you for that.
You can't like snap to a grid. So
Yeah,
obviously, we're talking about the snap. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and it does 16 on each side now, currently.
Okay. Can bounty hunters and slavers use drones to retrieve unconscious hostile players? The drone simply requires the patient to be immobilized unconscious, but you do ask with them after, it's up to you. Oh boy. Will the Apollo have an outlaw application such as harvesting organs? Oh god. Organ harvesting is not something we currently plan to support in medical gameplay. Thank goodness. Can you imagine?
Fire rats are listening.
I mean, this is the Chris Roberts game. I can see them doing that eventually, but not anytime soon. I don't know. We'll see. What do you think?
I need a limb from somebody. With Depth of a Spaceman. I don't want that mechanical arm. I want the real thing.
I'll just take whatever you can give me. We're pulling high G affected patients on board and show how they're affected. We want patients to stay in a state of stable as possible, and medical beds are designed to avoid this kind of thing outside of catastrophic event, obviously. Long-term plans for all players on board to be shipped to subject to G-force relevant to how the ship is being flown. Being restrained to either seat or bed will mitigate this somewhat. So, yeah, don't fly crazy when you have patients, critical patients on board, okay, people? Can the Apollo owners set their ship to be active spawn point when they don't want people arriving on the ship? For patients not in your list party receiving them in the active process using drones. Okay, that's interesting. This is your last question. Go ahead.
Can you scroll up again?
Yeah. This one?
Like that is not how it is.
Go ahead. You want to read it?
Francis are party retrieving them. Retrieving them. I thought it was saying like making it so that no one can set their spawn to the ship. But this is talking about retrieving people.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, they pushed out.
I don't know. I'm kind of confused, but I think that should be a thing.
You think it should be a thing?
Yeah, like just turning off the
can Apollo players set their ship to not be an active respawn point, so when they don't want people arriving on the ship. For patients who are not in your friend list of party receiving them in the active process using drone, you will have to actually accept the mission or beacon to recover non-party member. So if you're not a party member and you don't want them on the ship, don't worry about it. If they're not a party member and you want them on the ship, you have to accept them from the beacons when it goes off in order for them to respond in the ship, basically.
Yeah, I feel like this doesn't really answer how the game plays actually, but that's fine. I just think I think they didn't answer the question.
They asked the question, didn't answer it. Never mind, I'm not going to say anything about that. Okay, a medical consumable holds still like needles, blood tools, blood plasma, do it in metal bay or do they take up space in the cargo hold? Medical consumables will be stored in the cargo hold, but the plan is to balance it so that even in an intense medical mission, you can still have room for regular cargo if you wish. On the flip side, you may want to run minimum medical supplies to just offer a couple of healing sessions instead of attempt to cargo mission to generate additional income that way. Just use a different ship if you want to use cargo. I think that's basically what it should say. And yes, you can store
Yeah.
med gel in your cargo on the Apollo.
Yeah.
How many hundreds of thousands of med gel you want to put there is up to you.
Yeah. And yeah, Captain Jones, yeah, definitely. But I was just saying, like, anyone can set their spawn at any point. Obviously, you have the option to reset it, but anyone can still set it without you knowing, and then come back to that ship upon death. And I just feel like they didn't really answer if you will be able to turn that feature off or not. Like, you're not currently picking people up; you're just like venturing around. No one should be able to set to your ship in case they break in. I don't know. Doesn't matter.
But this is the more recent Q&A, just released, a few weeks ago. Hold on, let me get the right link here. Q&A. Sorry, I'm looking for. Let me just copy this from the put it in here so people can have it. All right. So this is come out a few weeks ago, like I said. Compare and contrast. Did Apollo come to medbed modules by default? I think the answer is yes. What
Yeah.
advantages of Tier 2 and Tier 3 medbed top of Tier 1? We covered that already. Following recent changes of medical gameplay, spawn, range cost, how would the Apollo function if I equip 2 medbed modules of different tiers? The cost is dependent on the bed, not the ship. In future iterations of medical gameplay, players will be able to select the bed and location before responding to allow for more choice. So yeah, we covered that already. What are the reasons to increase the size of the Apollo initial concept? Okay, here's a question. As with a lot of our older concepts, especially some of the old ones, certain aspects of gameplay have changed or been revised, requiring adjusted metrics. In particular, the required space and angles for such things as journeys and traversing through the ship and using the rear ramp. So yes, and almost doubled in size, like we've said.
Yeah, that ramp is crazy.
With the Apollo
Yeah, I wonder if
size-
this is like.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say, like, I feel like in the concept, the biggest difference is the space, the storage space, and I don't think they had the crates when they were talking about, when they concepted the ship. So I feel like, yeah, adding on that space for the cargo boxes, yeah, that's.
With the Apollo size having increased considerably, hard to reflecting handling roughly and component loadout. The ship handling has been adjusted to suit its larger frame. To compensate, the shield generated quantity has doubled to 4 size shields. Dang. And the missile and hard points have increased as well to match the current game design and larger ship size. Are the Apollo compatible? Are the Apollo paints compatible? I believe that's a yes. Yes. Do the Apollo ships have emergency light? I believe that's a yes. Did the Apollo provide dedicated storage for medical tools? There are 2 weapon racks areas with 9 slots, 3 pistols, and 3 rifles, shotguns, and SMGs, and 3 utility items. There are also dedicated storage cells for medgel canisters. Yeah, so I don't know how many medgel canisters you can fit in there. Be careful.
Yeah.
And that's it. So I think we're coming to the end of our show. But this is like from back then. I meant to put this beforehand, but this is talking about the Apollo specifically. There's a jump point available from 2018. Talk about the Apollo from back then. Like I said, doubled on size, but if you want to go back and get a piece of history, go and check that out. I'll put the link in the chat for people. Jump point. And also the ship themselves. They've got the Apollo triad. You just go on the outside website and find the flight ready, size large, technical space. Okay, this says 65 length. I trust Oracle over there, but I mean, when I looked at the pictures between them, it looks like it's more than 2 meters different. I trust the Oracle numbers over these, but we'll see. The height is 14, the width is 45. I think it was supposed to be 30 meters. So yeah, that's a 15 meter different. The speed is slower because it's bigger, and the cargo it's at 32 SEUs. Is that accurate?
Yeah, 32. It's 16 on each side.
Oh, okay. And yeah, that is for that. That's for the triage. And as you know, the medevac has more armor and better weaponry, I believe, too. Oh, we can look. This has 2
I think it's
4.
missiles. I think it has more missiles. You're wrong.
Check. 2 size 4, 2 size 2x4 size 2 missile. 2 size, yeah, okay, more missiles, you're right. And turret 1, 2 size 3. 1, 2 size 3, okay. And the speed is different. This is 175. Excuse me, while the triage is 170. So the medevac is faster. So yeah, that's about it for that. I think we have one more. Oh yeah, this is the RSI Apollo. So this is still up. You know, this just recently released. It was 431. They got a design boost. We covered that already. Serve your fleet. So yeah, this is the triage factory standard. So the triage is red. Okay, so my bad.
Yeah.
And the medevac is white. So which one you said you got?
Yeah. I have the medevac.
You got the medevac. Okay, okay.
Yeah, I wanted the more armor.
Yeah, cool. And you also got the Delphi. I'm sorry, that's the Lifeline. That's the Delphi. And this is the Shockwave. And the Concierge is the Olympian, I believe. No, that doesn't look too bad. I'm normally not a fan of blue, but I think that's a good look for it. But yeah.
Yeah.
Do red. Yeah. So people have given a price. I meant to discuss that. So let me see if I can find it real quick. Hold on, 275. So Citizen Ninja said original concept was 225 and 250 war bond versus RSI for the triage and medevac, and 250 and 275 for the medevac, I believe. So yeah, so 225, 250 for the triage, 250, 275 for the medevac, and now it is 260 for the RSI credit and still 250. So yeah, medevac. So yeah, I mean, and you got the you talk about this medical kit, but it's basically armor kit basically, between the light, medium, and heavy. And yeah, that's about it. So anything that we haven't covered that you want to go over, Meg, or any final thoughts?
I don't think so. I'm definitely excited for the drones to see what that looks like whenever, because you're supposed to be able to access the drones are supposed to be able to access the ship from underneath. And I don't think I actually looked underneath. I don't know if anybody has, but I don't know if that's something the ship has right now, like that feature where it opens up. So I'm excited to see what that looks like, because that is something that we're missing with the Apollo, and how that drone is going to function within this role for the ship. So the doors are there. Yeah. Do they open? Anyways, that's all I have. That's just something I need to go look at. But
Cool. Grim has Meg. Okay. Oh nope. Okay. Alright, so yeah, that's about it for this show. So thank y'all for being here and watching, going over a bit of a history of the Apollo and medical gameplay. Hope you've seen how they've iterated over the years, 7 years, and for this one. Who knows if we have how many years it'll be for the for the measurement or the intel or what have you. So there's quite a few still on the backlog for this thing. But I'm glad people who bought the Apollo had the Apollo, so that's always a good thing. So thanks a lot for watching. Let's see, what do we have up next? Let me click on here real quick. Next show. So our next show is supposed to be talking about the Level Down Arc Corp, Western-based curated content, ship and environment design. That'll be next Sunday, October. Hold on. Well, yeah, I'm gonna look on here. That'll be October the 4th. Oh, October 5th. Sorry, October 5th. 7 p.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. UTC. I forget when the time changed. It's November, so we still have a month out. Shout out to Meg. Meg, want to tell people where they can find you?
You can find me here on Twitch at yoyoMeg, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 p.m. to midnight Central Time. Schedule's kind of weird. Been out with the fam lately, but hope to catch y'all there or here on Soul Citizens.
Thank you. I want to thank everybody who waited for us, rated us. Let me bring up the page real quick. Let me find it. Here we go. Sinful Strife, thank you for the raid, appreciate it. Inter Shinobi, thank you for the raid, appreciate it, thank you. Thank you for all the followers, people who followed during the show, appreciate it. And yeah, thank you for all the people who said I can joke. People who said I can't joke, shame on y'all, shame. You want to support us? You can become a Soul Citizen or Soulmate on YouTube. Soul Citizen membership has your privileges. Click the join button below on YouTube. You follow us on social media. We're on Blue Sky, X. We're on everything almost. Yeah, follow us wherever you may find us. You want to support us, you buy our merchandise. We sell mugs, we sell cups, we sell hoodies, we sell what have you. So we always appreciate people showing their support, especially like at places that Star Citizen and Quantum Vegas. Quite a few people wore our merchandise there, so appreciate seeing that. Thank you. Make sure you hit like, subscribe, and follow depending on what platform you're on. And yes, I think that's it. We're going to raid AC Vertigo. I think I'm going to have to put that in myself. Raid AC Vertigo, put that in. Make sure you send him our love and support. There you go. And yeah, so check us out next week. Appreciate it, everybody. Peace, love, and soul.